As we step into a new season, many of us are thinking about goals, growth, and what we want to call into our lives in 2026. And for many, vision boards and manifestation have become powerful tools to do just that. So this morning, life coach Ashley Shihab is with us to share how we can turn that mindset into meaningful action. Good morning. Hey, Ashley.
Good morning.
Oh, so glad to have you back. So let's talk about it because, I mean, you said people are on the trend. You've already done 2 workshops.
Yes.
You're working on a 3rd.
People love it.
What is going on? Why are they so incredibly popular, do you think?
I think it's just because it's really fun. It's
Yeah.
such a nice way to have a visual representation of what it is that you want, so you don't forget what you want.
Exactly. Putting some purpose in your life and making sure that you can visually see what we're trying to attain. Now, manifestation is another tool that people like to use. And manifestation has been around for a couple of years, or well, it's probably been around a lot longer, but popular-wise, it's been talked about for the last couple of years. And so to clarify, what is the difference between manifestation and just wish-making?
So I do think manifesting has become kind of a buzzy term, to your point, but honestly, I kind of think manifesting and wish-making are pretty similar. Like, I actually kind of look at it like the whole genie in a bottle analogy, like ask, let it go, and then receive.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. Let it. That's the biggest. That middle part is the biggest
the
part.
let it go.
Let it go, because that is difficult when it comes to anything. I like that though. I think I first discovered manifestation a couple years ago. I was still a waitress at the time, and I was like, I'm at least gonna make $60 today. You know what I mean?
And I bet you did.
And listen, and I let it go. And look, it happened every time. And so tell me, vision boards and manifestation, they go hand in hand, I think. And so what are some common mistakes though that people make in both of these areas when they're trying to achieve both of these things?
Not letting it go. Basically trying to force the outcome, trying to make things happen.
Yeah.
I always say we're not doing things just for the sake of doing things. We want to take inspired action only. So when you have this vision board, you want to manifest, it's here, you're not going to forget about it, but you're only going to take action if you feel called to something.
I like that. Okay, so once we have our visions, our goals, our dreams, visually and verbally said out loud, how can we take that next step? Because I think it's one thing to like put it on a poster board and make it beautiful and glitter and all the things or whatever, but then after the fact, you know, we got the rest of the year, so we got to actually like make it happen. Yeah. So what's that next step?
I think the next step is really just like do the next best thing or the next thing that just feels aligned or feels like something you're being called to, even if it doesn't totally make sense to you. But just don't try to see the big picture and be like, I have to do all the things and I'm seeing the end result and now I'm going to try to force it. It's like, no, no, no. We're going to flow with it.
Exactly.
Baby steps.
Okay, I like that. Baby steps. You stop looking at the forest and just look at the tree. Let's take one step at a time. Let's just figure out the business plan or figure out what we want 2026 to look like and then go about seeing the bigger picture later on. Okay, I like that. Do we want our vision boards to evolve throughout the year, and how do we go about doing that?
Well, they certainly can. I think you should put your vision board somewhere where you're going to be able to see it somewhat regularly and kind of just check in with it and see how it feels. I mean, you're allowed to change your mind about what you want. Goals are allowed to evolve. So if you're looking at your vision board and you're like, this isn't really like feeling like my vibe anymore. Okay, put something else over it.
Exactly.
Evolve.
Yes. Okay, no, let me ask you this, because I think a lot of the times we hype ourselves up in the beginning of the year. We're gonna change our lives, you know what I mean? And we're gonna do it overnight. And sometimes when we manifest, or sometimes even when we create those vision boards, they're beautiful and it's a great thing to look at. But sometimes we get midway through the year and we're like, okay, we're not achieving these things. What does that look like in reality? How do we give ourselves grace?
Honestly, I always say that if something isn't happening in your life, it's because you're lacking clarity. So if you are looking at your vision board and you're like, well, I really want this thing, and it's just not happening. I feel like no movement has been made. Like, check in with yourself and get real on like, what is going on? Do I even really want this?
Ooh, yeah. Like, am I even giving it the attention it deserves?
Right. Did I totally forget about this? Am I just like sitting at home doing nothing, just hoping that it's going to land on my doorstep?
Okay. You took it right out of my mouth. Yes. And I think a lot of people, we all think that way, right? Because we all want it to show up on our doorstep. And so what would you say to someone right now who is listening, who wants to start manifesting or start envisioning that future without feeling overwhelmed? overwhelmed.
Make it fun. This is supposed to be fun. It's a beautiful, creative vision board. Your life is supposed to be fun. So just enjoy it and just think to myself, I'm just going to take the next step on the path, because in order to see the step after that, for that step to appear, I have to just take the next step.
Yes, I like it. I like it. One step at a time. That's what we're doing in 2026.
Yes.
Very good. Tell us where we can find you for your tips, tricks, and if you end up doing that third vision board
Yes,
workshop.
come on. I am Ashley the Life Coach on Instagram and ashleythelifecoach.com.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.